What's up everybody, welcome back to another video, and today we'll be continuing the story of what if Goku was in Black Clover. So a quick disclaimer, this isn't Goku like if we just pick him up from Dragon Ball and throw him into the Black Clover universe. This is a version of Goku that I think would exist in the Black Clover universe. And before we get to the video, I just want to thank you all for getting me to 13k, and let's see if I can get to 14k by the end of the year. So remember to share my videos, send them to someone who you think might like them, and tell them to subscribe. With all that out of the way, Goku, roll my intro. After the ceremony, everybody is treated to a feast. Klaus does point out that everybody is staring daggers at them. However, Goku and Aster are just digging into their food, not really caring what everybody else thinks. I feel like Goku would go up to Yamcha and the Vermilions, asking them if they like the food. Yamcha and Leo just tell him that the food tastes great. However, Flagolion just gives him the cold shoulder. Once Nozelle's family starts to shit talk her, Asta stands up saying that he doesn't care what they call her or him because once he's Wizard King, he'll get rid of all the discrimination. Solid and Nebra try to attack him, but Goku's quickly able to use his magic to basically just negate the attack. Nozelle stands up and gets ready to punish the commoners for disrespecting royalty. Flagolion does step in and calms down the situation, for the moment. After Leo claims Asta to be his new rival, it kinda pisses off Nozelle, as a royal is acknowledging a commoner as an equal, which leads Nozelle to provoke from Golion, and then they start arguing and let out a shit ton of mana. It even surprises Goku and Vegeta that the captains are letting out this much mana. But before their little argument can destroy the room, a guard bursts in through the door saying that the royal capital is under attack. This means Nozelle has to put his ego aside to come up with a plan to defend the kingdom. Asta still runs off, thinking that, just sitting around coming up with a plan is a waste of time as people are getting hurt and potentially dying. Leo, not wanting to get overshadowed by Asta, he runs after him and joins him. Everybody else stays behind to come up with a plan. And once they figure out where they're gonna go, they split up into teams, and coincidentally, all 4 Dragon Ball characters are placed in the same team and sent east of the royal capital. When arriving, the 4 of them really have no trouble taking on these zombie-looking things. Now, since they're not going to be in any major fights right now, we can cover what magic I've decided to give Vegeta and Krillin. Let's start out with Krillin and his light magic. I decided to give him light magic for one very obvious reason. That main reason being because in Dragon Ball, he's well known for using the Solar Flare and Destructo Disc. So I gave him a magic attribute that would be very close to that, as close as I can get it anyways. As for Vegeta, I decided to give him gravity magic. Once again, this is a very obvious reason, because he's the only one of the Z fighters aside from Goku that actually uses the gravity chamber. There's also the fact that I didn't want to give him beast magic like Goku. It also gives him the chance to fly without using a broom. Anyways, with beast, sand, light, and gravity magic, they have an easy time fighting these zombies. The biggest problem they probably run into is Vegeta being a prick. Once it seems like the zombies are taken care of, Yamcha and Krillin are about to start celebrating. But as they're about to start celebrating, Goku and Vegeta yell out to jump, as a spatial portal opens up and nearly takes them away. As they jump up, 2 green hands extend outward and grab Goku and Vegeta. The arms then send them smashing down into the ground. Krillin gets punched back down, while Yamcha is sent flying down by a tornado of fire. When Goku gets up, he sees 5 green men on top of a roof. Yamcha asks what their deal is, while 4 of them jump off the roof, landing in front of them. The smallest one stays on top of the roof and introduces them. They are the children of King Piccolo, and they're here to get their revenge on the one called Son Goku. Krillin asks Goku what the hell did he do for them to want to get revenge on him. And after what seems like a minute of him trying to remember, he does remember who King Piccolo is. He explains that a year and a half ago, this crazy mage tried to take over the kingdom. He kept calling himself a demon for whatever reason, but after an intensely fought battle, he ended up killing this King Piccolo guy. However, he doesn't remember Piccolo having green skin or looking like dinosaurs. Piano says that these are side effects of a very necessary upgrade. Drum then cuts in, saying that this is enough chit chat, it's time to get the revenge. Each of the children then run towards them, splitting up the group. Tambourine carries Krillin away from the group. Drum just simply punches Vegeta away. And Symbol, just like Tambourine, carries Yamcha away. This leaves Goku and Piccolo Jr. to fight alone. Piccolo tells them to get ready to die. They both then rush at each other and clash. With no magic, they're pretty much even. However, after trading blows for a bit the old-fashioned way, melee, they pull out their magic. Goku pulls out his Ape Crusher and Piccolo covers his arms in darkness. Goku says that magic looks really familiar. Piano says that his younger brother here can use dark magic and is the strongest among them. Goku then remembers that this is the same type of magic that Captain Yami uses. He knows that dark magic is slow unless the user covers an object with the magic. So he knows that he's gonna have the advantage, at least in terms of speed. Piccolo yells out, "Dark Magic Demon Slash," which sends a wave of darkness at Goku. It would look similar to Zamasu's forward special in Fighters. Goku's easily able to dodge it, but not before Piccolo sends out another one. Piccolo just sends wave after wave, and I would say he's able to dodge 2/3 of them. As Goku slowly makes his way towards Piccolo, he is hit with balls of mana. At first, it doesn't seem like they do much, but as the fight drags on, Goku starts to grow weaker really fast. He starts losing his balance, his vision gets blurry at times. Piano starts laughing, stating that his curse magic is finally taking effect. Those balls he hit him with are filled with powerful curses that will only get stronger with time. Piccolo turns around and tells his brother to get out of here or he'll have him killed for interrupting his fight. Piano leaves upset that Piccolo won't accept this help, even though they both want to kill him. Piccolo and the weakened Goku would continue their fight. Meanwhile, Krillin is having a rough time fighting Tambourine. Even though light magic is the fastest of the attributes, Tambourine is still able to keep up with Krillin and match him blow for blow. Tambourine tells him that thanks to the Eye of the Midnight Sun, they gave him these wings, along with a few other perks, like enhancing his speed and power. He's become the ultimate warrior, unable to be stopped by anyone. Krillin then uppercuts him as Tambourine finishes talking. Krillin tells him that even if he is stronger than him, it's his duty as a magic knight to protect the innocent. And it looks like you are the type of person that would kill the innocent. Meanwhile, just like Krillin, Yamcha is having trouble with his opponent. Even though Symbol is at a disadvantage when it comes to his magic attribute, thanks to the boost in power from the Eye of the Midnight Sun, Symbol's pretty much able to overpower Yamcha. It also doesn't help that Yamcha has to put out all the fires that Symbol starts with his sand magic, meaning that he gets distracted and gets pretty much punched a lot easier. The third fight that's going on is Vegeta versus Drum, and unlike the other fights, Vegeta is completely dominating Drum by increasing the gravity around him. It kind of looks like when Yamcha was trying to use the gravity chamber, Drum's able to stand up for a bit and then he falls. Seeing that Drum needs the most help, Piano creates more of those curse balls and throws them at Vegeta. Just like with Goku, these do take some time for the effects to actually take effect, but they do eventually take effect, giving Drum the slightest edge in battle. Goku and Co do not stand a chance, and they're beaten down pretty badly. As Piccolo stands over Goku, ready to kill him, what seems like a black hole appears under Piccolo. It quickly sucks him and his brothers in before they can kill our heroes. Before Goku can even process what happened, he passes out due to the injuries he has sustained. Meanwhile, over at the Midnight Sun's lair, Piccolo demands Volto to tell him why did he bring him back. They were so close to getting revenge. Volto tells him that the other Magic Knights had returned, and they were ordered to retreat. The boss didn't want to risk them getting captured and leaking out information. The rest of their team starts to argue about what they're gonna do with Asta now. Before they can get too far into the conversation, the Wizard King shows up and beats some of them up. However, the leader of the Midnight Sun shows up to save them from capture. At least some of them. Some of the non-grunts. And the Wizard King, not getting the answers he wanted, gets disappointed and takes Asta back to the capital, where he's taken to the injured Goku and Vegeta. Using his anti-magic swords, he cuts where the curses landed, and this lifts the curse. Goku's like, hey, thanks Asta, I appreciate it, while Vegeta just stays quiet. From here, things return to somewhat normality, as normal as you can get with the Black Bulls. Yami orders Goku and Asta to rest up for a while, as he doesn't want to send them off to missions just for their injuries to get worse. Goku does take the opportunity to go rest for a while Asta joins a mixer with Finral and Luck. For the most part, the beginning of the next arc is the same. Asta still meets Rebecca at the mixer and goes back to her village. Noel still follows him there, and Gauche goes to visit his little sister, who coincidentally lives in the same village as Rebecca. Later that night, all the children are stolen. Asta and Co have to go on and defeat 3 more villains before the leader of the Midnight Sun shows up. Asta has no hope in defeating Licht, as he is superior to him in every which way. Before Licht can kill him, Yami, Finral, and Goku show up to save him. Yami orders Finral and Goku to help evacuate the children, to Goku's disappointment because he wants to fight the boss, he wants a challenge. While they do that, Yami and Asta will take on Licht and Voltos, and both of them together are more than a match for the Midnight Sun. Licht, not wanting to be defeated by some humans, he starts charging up his ultimate attack. He states that they won't be able to dodge it or absorb it with that little black hole spell. Not even using Asta's sword would be a good idea, as it'd probably just end up killing him. He then fires off his light shaft of divine punishment. And goddamn, he's got the same naming scheme as fucking Fusamasu. I mean, Licht has a move called Arrows of Judgment, while Zamasu has one called Blades of Judgment. What the fuck? Anyways, before the attack can hit them, Finral brings back Goku and Gauche. Using Gauche's mirror magic full reflection, he sends the light attack right back at him. Licht is unable to dodge the attack and has to take the full force of it. This puts Licht out of commission real fast. Goku says it's a shame he didn't get to fight, he really wishes he could have fought someone. As Yami goes to tie up Licht, a portal opens up and 3 people fall out of it. One of the dudes is able to touch Yami's grimoire before he jumps away. Finral turns to Goku and says he really wishes he kept his mouth shut. Because Yami doesn't tie him up, the one known as Fauna the Hateful starts to heal up Licht. Raya the Disloyal starts to use Yami's dark magic to attack him. Vetto Despair here is stronger than his canon version, so with one slash he's able to break Yami's sword. Fauna nearly kills him by launching a giant fireball at him. The 3 of them then end up knocking Yami on his ass. He's barely able to move. And it's actually done a lot quicker than in canon thanks to Vetto's enhanced speed and power. But before they can kill Yami, Goku steps in front of him. He tells Yami to give him the chance to fight. He's been aching for a fight all night. He goes on to say he wants to fight that guy since he has beast magic too. Vetto tells Raya and Fauna to let him fight this human. He'll show him the true meaning of despair. Unfortunately, Goku's fight with Vetto is very one-sided, as Vetto is captain level while Goku isn't. I would imagine Vetto would end up calling Goku something of a filthy ripoff, and that humans don't deserve their magic. Since Goku wants to beat this guy up and not die, he starts using reinforcement magic that boosts his speed and power. He then rockets towards Vetto and lands 7 good punches on him. Goku's body unfortunately gives out, as this spell puts too much strain on his body, so he falls to the floor and passes out. Before the third eye can kill them, their asses are saved by Charlotte, Jack, and Nozel. This is where things start to somewhat line up with canon a bit more, as the Midnight Sun is forced to retreat because Licht almost self-destructs. The next time Goku wakes up, he's in his bed, back at the Black Bull's headquarters. After greeting everybody, he is told by Gordon that the entirety of the Black Bulls will be going on a mission to the beach. And that's where we're gonna leave it off for now. So I do need to explain some stuff, such as the children of Piccolo and Raditz being there. Probably one of the more obvious ones is why isn't Piccolo and the others demons? The reason I didn't make them demons is because in Dragon Ball, at first they were considered to be demons. Piccolo was considered to be a demon king, but it turns out that he's not. He's just an Namekian. So that's why in this, they're humans, but technically they've been modified so they look that way. So they look green and everything. As for Raditz, I can't really get too into it because the backstory I have set for Raditz and Goku and their family is kind of a spoiler for the manga. So until we get to that point in the anime or in this what if, I won't touch it. I may reveal a little bit of it in the next part, since the next part will cover the arc where they fight Vetto. So keep an eye out for that. Otherwise, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.